the open field, one stone stands alone. No road led here, and yet somehow it came. Bronze Age hands, no chisel and no pen, just muscle and a will to raise a roof of stone. Two legs holding up a table built for silence, thousands of years, and it has never moved. Standing here, I feel the weight of something asking without a word. Who are you sleeping here below? Nameless, but you were someone's home. No epitaph, no carved out name, just proof enough that you once breathed. 1,000 winds have crossed this ground. I'm only passing through today. Older than words, older than time. The first name carved in stone. Older than words, older than time. Still standing here, still holding on. My father held my hand here when I was small. Back then it was just a rock, nothing more. Now I come back and stand alone and finally understand what this place was. The world calls this a line on a heritage list, but to me it's just a quiet friend I wanna talk to. Standing here, I feel the weight. Thank you for saying nothing at all. Because of you, I stopped a while, just long enough to hear myself think. Who are you beneath this open sky? No name survived, but you were real. No epitaph, no carved out name, just proof enough that you once breathed. The wind still moves the way it always has, while everything I know keeps changing fast. Older than words, older than time. The first name carved in stone. Older than words, older than time. Still standing here, still holding on. No stone tablet, no written line, just a shade that refused to fall. No trumpet call, no hero's tale, just wait in time and nothing more. Maybe silence was proof enough. Maybe that's enough to be remembered. I won't forget the name you never had. No epitaph, no line to read. Still I stood here and I remembered you. Older than words, older than time. The first name carved in stone, still standing here.
climbed the stone steps up Mount Mani, chasing a story my grandmother told. They say a king once stood up here, praying to a sky he couldn't reach. I stand before this ancient altar now, somewhere between the myth and the truth. They say a king once stood right here, reaching for something more than himself. Is it true, or just a story told? A king who climbed to touch the sky. No one alive to say for sure, but still we climb and still we believe. Legend or truth, the mountain keeps its silence wrapped around the stone. Is it true, or just a story told? It doesn't matter anymore. Legend or truth, I keep believing. Legend or truth, I climb again. Every October, the beacon fire is lit, and people climb this mountain one by one. Some come to pray, some just to walk, the reasons differ. But the path is shared. Before I knew it, I clasped my hands and whispered something close to a prayer. They say a king once stood right here. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Either way, I feel something rise every time I reach this stone. Is it true, or just a story told? 1,000 years of climbing feet. No one alive to say for sure, but still we climb and still we believe. Maybe the story matters more than knowing if it's really true. Legend or truth, the mountain keeps its silence wrapped around the stone. Legend or truth, I keep believing. Legend or truth, I climb again. Not every truth needs proof to live. Some things survive because we choose to believe. No record carved, no name confirmed, just centuries of feet on stone. That's enough truth for me today, enough to make me climb again. I don't need the proof, I don't need the proof, I just need the climb. I just need the climb. No record carved, no name confirmed, no name confirmed. Oh, legend or truth, the mountain keeps one more prayer added to the sky. Still believing, still reaching high, still reaching high. 1,000 years of footsteps, and now mine too. Older than proof, older than doubt. I don't need the proof, I just need the climb. Hands raised to the sky, upward, still believing. Climb with me tonight, under the stars. At night we cross the gap, got ferry, the king is court, the people boarding boats. Hoofbeats closing in behind the water. A single sea between us and defeat, a fortress hastily raised on unfamiliar shore. That was how the 39 years began. An island became a capital, not by choice but by the tide of war. 39 years on borrowed ground, a kingdom breathing behind the Strait. We were not beaten, only waiting for the tide to turn our way again. An island capital, a stubborn flame. On the last boat back to the old capital, some wept, some sighed in quiet relief. Was 39 years long or was it short? No one can answer that with any certainty. But this island still remembers what it means to simply hold on. An island became a capital, not by choice but by the tide of war. And somehow it held the line. 39 years, a kingdom in exile, still ruling, still writing its own name. We were not beaten, only waiting for the day we'd cross back home. An island capital, a stubborn flame. No throne of gold, just a wooden hall. No grand palace, just the will to stay. That was enough to keep a kingdom alive. We never fell, we just waited longer. 39 years were not wasted time. We found our way back home at last. An island capital, a stubborn flame. In the end, we were the ones who endured. Still here, still ours, home across the water.
Stone steps winding up Mount Jeongjok, pine shadows stretching long across the path. A temple standing here 1,000 years. Wind chimes ringing from the eaves. Wars have passed, but never brought it down. A quiet strength still living in these walls. Bells are ringing soft and low. 1,000 years still standing here. A temple sitting on a mountain's crown. Through war and time it never fell. Quiet prayers carved in wood and stone, still holding prayers of everyone. A quiet strength that never fades. When soldiers once defended this was shared. One wall, a place of prayer, became a place of shelter, and shelter in turn protected prayer. Tourists snap their photos here today, but something older still remains beneath. Bells are ringing soft and low, 1,000 years still standing here. Peace was hard won on this hill, a temple sitting on a mountain's crown, fortress walls around its calm, care carved in wood and stone, still holding prayers of everyone, a quiet strength that never fades. No sword needed today, just incense, smoke, and morning light. The mountain remembers anyway. This peace was carried on 1,000 prayers. It shook, it burned, but never truly fell. A mountain and a temple side by side, still standing watch, still holding still. This peace was carried on 1,000 prayers, still and calm. Peace on this hill.
One scribe beneath a single lamp, writing down the events of one more day. When war came close, this was the first thing saved. Not a sword, not rice, just bound paper. Someone guarded these records with their life. That's the story of this small mountain room. Not a sword, not a crown, just pages worth more than gold. A room that guarded memory itself, while kingdoms rose and kingdoms fell. The ink stayed dry, the words stayed true. Someone chose to keep it safe. A silent guard no one remembers. News came of other archives lost to flame, carried across the sea from distant halls. But this small room in the mountains survived. Was it luck or someone's quiet resolve? Even now this room holds on to the tension of that long ago decision. Not a sword, not a crown, just pages worth more than gold. Someone stayed when others fled. A room that guarded memory itself, while every other record turned to ash. The ink stayed dry, the words stayed true. Someone chose to keep it safe. A silent guard no one remembers. No medal for the ones who copied pages. No statue for the ones who carried boxes. But we're still reading what they saved. No one remembers their names, but we remember their work. What's left on paper is more than just words. Someone's choice still reaches us today, because someone quietly stood their ground. We're still living what they saved. Kept safe through time, still here, still quiet.
Changing horses, riding through the night. The king's procession reached the ferry crossing, an army closing in from behind. Nothing ahead but the cold white sea. Only once that strait was crossed could anyone finally breathe. Running from a war not yet won, a king with nowhere left to turn. A king who fled across the strait, not out of shame but out of need. The palace walls felt far away, the sea became the only wall. Kingdom breathing by a thread. Negotiations came, then another crossing, an ending too complex to call a win or loss. But simply surviving was itself something. Did that night's fear mean anything at all? The sea says nothing but a gap-good ferry. That old wind still seems to linger. Running from a war not yet won, a king with nowhere left to turn. The sea was the only friend he had, a king who fled across the strait, not out of shame but out of need. A treaty signed with shaking hands, not a victory but a breath. A kingdom holding on by threads. No triumph song, no victory bell, just one narrow strait between despair and hope. Sometimes surviving is enough. Not every king is remembered for winning. Some are remembered just for surviving. Even that fear became history in the end, because one seed protected one life. We're still telling this story today. We made it through, still breathing, still here.
Through the dawn mist, ships kept coming. Only a handful of soldiers left on the wall. They say it took only a single day for that old fortress to finally fall. Gwangseongbo climbed the southern gate, set the fire, and gave himself to it. One single day and it was gone. No time to mourn, no time to run. A fortress fell in a single day. No walls could hold the tide of war. Names we'll never fully know. We're lost between the smoke and stone. A single day, 1,000 griefs. When word reached the mountain fortress south, the king decided to finally open the gates. That one sentence, Ganghwa has fallen, was what brought the whole war to its end. Now a peaceful river runs through that same place, as if nothing had ever happened here. One single day and it was gone. A city couldn't hold the line, and somewhere a war changed course. A fortress fell in a single day and changed the fate of a whole nation. Names we'll never fully know. We're lost between the smoke and stone. A single day, 1,000 griefs. No monument as tall as the loss, just one name carved into memory. We say it quietly, so it won't be forgotten. Carry 1,000 years of grief beneath this river, flowing calm today. That morning's cries are still sleeping there. We don't know all their names, but we remember quietly, even now. We remember still, the river flows on. A 19-year-old cutting wood for a living. One day a royal palanquin arrived, exiled here for a plot he had no part in. Suddenly told that he would be the king. He couldn't have believed it that moment. How strange, how frightening it must have felt. A woodcutter became a king. Overnight his whole life changed. They call him the king from Ganghwa's hills. A story wrapped in myth and truth. Some say he loved before he left. That part may just be a tale we tell. A boy who never asked for a crown. Standing in the yard of Yongging Palace, I think about that life turned upside down. Some call it fortune, some call it tragedy. Which one did he feel in his own heart? History only records the name of a king, but the woodcutter's years were just as real. A woodcutter became a king. Overnight his whole life changed. No one asked if he was ready. They call him the king from Ganghwa's hills. A story wrapped in myth and truth. Some parts are real and some are not. We'll never know which love was true. A boy who never asked for a crown. Between the legend and the man, there's a story no one wrote down. Maybe that's the truest part. He never chose the crown, but he wore it anyway. Both lives were equally real. Both were his life, not just one or the other. If history left something out, this is probably the part it missed. So young back then, he wore a crown he never asked for. cannon fire first rang out at Gapgot, when Admiral Rose's fleet came sailing in. Munsu fortress fell before the rest. The palace burned, the people scattered, but inside Jeongjok fortress 500 stood. General Yang Hyun-soo led them forward, preparing an ambush deep in the dark. 500 men against an empire's might, hidden in the dark, waiting for dawn. They came for war, but left with nothing. 500 held the mountain's gate. A month of siege, then silent ships sailing home without the prize. The mountain kept what they could not take. The books of Eo Jae-yeon were carried off, but Jeongjok fortress never truly fell. Call it a victory, though much was lost. Something was still protected that long night. Walking this mountain path today, I imagine the footsteps of those 500 men. 500 men against an empire's might, hidden in the dark, waiting for dawn. Not every battle is fair or clean. They came for war and left without a win. Some things were lost, but not the line. A month of siege, then silent ships sailing home without the prize. The mountain kept what they could not take. Not every ending is a clean one. Books were taken, but the mountain stayed. We remember both side by side. They took the books, but they never took the mountain. What we lost and what we kept both belong to us. 500 footprints still linger on this path. Not victory, not defeat, just a night we endured. We're walking that night again today, still standing tall. They never took it. Chojijin fell and Deokjinjin stood empty. Only Gwangseongbo was left to hold the line. General Eo Jae-yeon stood beneath his flag and swore he would never step back. 3 days of fighting, one final charge, a battle they could never win by numbers. A flag that never learned to fall, standing till the very last breath. They lost the fall, but not the fight. Eo Jae-yeon, we say your name. Outnumbered, but never afraid. A hill of bodies, a hill of pride. The Americans won, but quietly left. As the victorious American ships turned home, even they must have known something was different. They won by numbers, but something felt lost. There's a kind of war that teaches you that. Standing at Gwangseongbo today, I quietly listened for those 3 days of cries. A flag that never learned to fall, standing till the very last breath. This crown remembers every name. They lost the fort, but not the fight. Eo Jae-yeon, we say your name. A hill of bodies, a hill of pride. History remembers who stood their ground. The Americans won, but quietly left. No parade for the ones who fell here. No easy word to call this a victory. Just one name, one hill, one sea. Not every loss is a defeat of the heart. No one could steal the pride of those 3 days. I say Eo Jae-yeon's name again today. What's carved on this hill is not defeat. It's the will of those who held their ground. We won't forget. Standing on this hill always. One small ship, the Unyo, appeared off Jeongjok. A brief exchange of cannon fire turned into a document called a treaty that forced Hosin's door wide open. 3 ports, unfamiliar ships coming and going. From that day, something couldn't be undone. One small ship, one small spark, opened a door that wouldn't close. A treaty signed, the door pushed open. Not a choice, but a demand. 3 new ports, a foreign flag, measuring our shores like they were theirs. The modern age arrived unasked. The word unequal came only afterward. Back then, survival came first before judgment. Before I call this treaty good or bad, I wanna understand that night's fear first. We still live today amongst so many things that were born from those very ports. One small ship, one small spark, opened a door that wouldn't close. History rarely asked permission. A treaty signed, the door pushed open. Not a choice, but a demand. Unequal terms, uneven hands. We didn't choose this, but we adapted. The modern age arrived unasked. Not every beginning feels like hope. Sometimes it feels like something taken. But we're still here, still writing on. Still leads somewhere. That day's fear became a part of who we are. Even an unequal start belongs to our story. Now we stand on the other side of that door. Where it leads next is ours to decide. We walked on through, still writing our story.
Across beneath a tiled roof, people who brought a foreign god into a hammock, built in 1900 on top of this hill. A small temple where east and west sat together under a roof shaped like a Buddhist hall. A Western prayer quietly rings out. Two worlds under one tiled roof, a prayer that speaks in both tongues. A hammock built to hold a prayer, east and west beneath one roof. Not a copy, but something new. A church that speaks the local tongue. Faith that learned to bow, not force. Basilica style with entasis columns, and even a Taeguk symbol carved beside the cross. A way of making the unfamiliar feel familiar. This church seemed to understand that somehow for over 100 years upon this hill, different things have stood quietly side by side. Two worlds under one tiled roof, a prayer that speaks in both tongues. Nothing forced, just gently joined. A hammock built to hold a prayer, east and west beneath one roof. 100 years years of standing still, two different fates, one quiet home, faith that learned to bow, not force. No conquest here, just conversation, a roof that chose to meet halfway. That's a kind of peace worth keeping. Two hills, two roofs, one same quiet prayer. In Ganghwa and in Onsuri too. The same faith took a different shape. Tiles and crosses standing side by side. 100 years of two homes, one prayer, gently joined, same prayer, two homes. This factory once was full of humming machines. Someone's fingertips wove thread into cloth. Now it's the sound of clinking coffee cups that fills the space instead. The old brick walls were left just as they were. Only time changed into different clothes. Old machines now quiet and still. Sunlight where the shadows used to be. A factory turned into a light-filled room. Threads once spun where cups now clink. Nothing torn down, just reimagined. The past still breathing in these walls. Old bones wearing a brand new soul. My grandmother might have worked right here, winding thread with young quick hands. Now I sit by the cafe window, imagining the sounds of that old time. Same walls, different hour, one continuing story. This is how the city chooses to remember. Old machines now quiet and still. Sunlight where the shadows used to be. Someone chose to save these walls. A factory turned into a light-filled room. The old and new sit side by side. Nothing torn down, just reimagined. The past still breathing in these walls. Old bones wearing a brand new soul. Sometimes moving forward means looking back. Not every old thing needs to disappear. Some things just need new light. The machines are gone, but the building still hums. Different sounds, different people, same walls. My grandmother's time and mine overlap here. A space reborn instead of torn down. This place is still a living story, still humming on new light, old bones. over the mudflats left by the retreating tide. A red sunset quietly settles down. Far off, a single white bird waits in, dipping its long beak into the water. They call it a spoonbill, a rare guest, returning, they say, every year at this time. Wings folding into evening light, a rare guest returning once again. The spoonbill comes home with the tide, sweeping its beak through silver mud, a wetland breathing quiet and slow, holding a world we rarely see. Home is wherever the tide allows. Walking the mudflats, you start to notice how something that looks empty is actually full. A crab, a shell, an eel in the mud, each one holding the story of something living here. I'm only a visitor passing through, but tonight I wanna breathe alongside them. Wings folding into evening light, a rare guest returning once again. Nature keeps its own quiet time. The spoonbill comes home with the tide, sweeping its beak through silver mud, a wetland breathing quiet and slow. Every footprint tells a story. Home is wherever the tide allows. No need to hurry, no need to speed. The mud remembers every visitor. Just watch and let the evening stay. Every year it comes back, and every year I wait. This mudflat belongs to no one, and yet it shelters everyone. The spoonbill and I, both passing through this evening quietly, reminds me why. Welcome back home. The tide brings you here. Pulling up one purple turnip root, shaking the dirt off with a laugh. Weaving flower mats move slowly, carefully. The ginseng fields line neatly under their shade clothes. This island soil seems to grow something different. It has a way of turning bitter into sweet. Everything here grows a little slower, but somehow a little more true. Things that grow from Ganghwa soil, a purple root with its own quiet sweetness, a mat woven flower by flower, roots that take 5 years to grow, patience turned into something you can hold. My grandmother's basket always had a turnip in it. A flower mat always covered our floor. I didn't know back then how precious these were. Now I'm learning the soil's quiet devotion. 5 years just to dig up one root of ginseng. Even slowness becomes a point of pride here. Everything here grows a little slower, but somehow a little more root with the sweetness of its own, flower by flower woven by hand. 5 long years beneath the shade, patience turned into something you can hold. No shortcut for what's truly good. The island teaches you to wait, and waiting turns out to taste sweet. 5 years in the ground, 1 bite on the table. We rarely think about everything in between. The turnip, the mat, the ginseng, all the same. What grows slowly tends to last the longest. This island soil always knew that. Worth the wait, sweet in the end. Hands moving back and forth before the loom. The slow magic, a thread becoming cloth. This plain cotton fabric they called so-chain became diapers, dish towels, even bandages, born from the hands of Ganghwa's people. It found its way into lives across the country. A simple cloth woven with care, wrapped around 1,000 lives. Time wound tightly on a loom, thread by thread, a quiet trade. Not silk, not lace, just honest cloth, made to hold, to wrap, to serve. A history woven, not written down. Even as factories closed one by one, a few hands never left the loom behind. Now children at the experience center clumsily thread the loom themselves. A quiet craft that nearly disappeared is being carried on by someone's hands again. A simple cloth woven with care, wrapped around so many lives, almost lost, but not quite gone. Time wound tightly on a loom, thread by thread, a quiet trade, passed from hand to younger, the craft that refused to fade away. A history woven, not written down. No loud parade for a piece of cloth, just quiet hands doing what they know. That's how traditions manage to stay. Thread this thin held on for 100 years. It survived because it never tried to be grand. Someone still sits before the loom today, picking up a thread that almost broke. Time keeps winding on, quietly, still holding on, woven through time. barefoot on the sand at Dongmak Beach. Just finished the mud flat tour, rinsing off our hands. Grilled clams smoking at the nearby stalls. The smell arrives before the sunset does. Kids are still building castles in the sand. Grown-ups spread out a mat and pour a drink. The sun comes down slow and warm. Everyone stops just to watch. This is what a good day feels like. Nothing to do but just be here. Kids are laughing, shells in hand. Grown-ups grill and pour a drink. Red light lying on the sand. This is what a good day feels like. Just 2 hours from Seoul and you're here. I see you don't have to travel far for the mud flat tour. Cost almost nothing, and a basket full of shells in small hands. On the way back, everyone goes quiet. The sunset still lingering behind our eyes. The sun comes down slow and warm. No need to travel far from home. This kind of calm is close enough. This is what a good day feels like. An easy trip and easy joy. Kids are laughing, shells in hand. Grown-ups grill and pour a drink. Red light lying on the sand. This is what a good day feels like. No history lesson here today. Just sand between our toes and the sky that won't stay still. This is the kind of memory that doesn't need a photo. The sunset will fade and rise again, but tonight belongs completely to us. One shout, one laugh, that was enough. This is the kind of memory that doesn't need a photo. Right here, right now, good day at the beach together. Samgyetang bubbling in the big black pot. One ginseng root dissolving in the broth. Mugwort pancake freshly fried, bitter and green. The smell fills the whole kitchen at once. A bowl of rice grown right here on the island. That alone can make a meal complete. The steam rises warm and slow. Every bite tastes like the island. This is how the island feeds you. Rice grown on this island soil. Ginseng simmered soft and long. Mugwort pancake, bitter and green. A table full of quiet care. This is how the island feeds you. Too many hands pass through to call it just one mother's home, cooking from the rice field to the kitchen stove. A chain of hands became this meal, finished the bowl, and somehow your whole body feels a little lighter. The steam rises warm and slow, simple food but never plain. This is how the island feeds you. Rice grown on this island soil. Ginseng simmered This is how the island feeds you. No fancy plates, no fancy names, just what the land gives cooked with care. That's a kind of love too. This food doesn't need a name to be remembered. The ginseng, the mugwort, every grain of rice, all of it carries this silent story. One empty bowl, one heart made full. This food doesn't need a name to be remembered. Feels like home, simple and warm every time.
Where the Han and Namjin rivers meet and blend, one pavilion looks down over it all. They call it Yeonmi-jung, shaped like a swallow's tail, where the two currents split apart. Beyond the barbed wire fence the water flows, as if it belongs to no one at all. Two rivers meeting, one still flows, past the fence, past the line we drew, where two rivers become one. The water doesn't know the border. A pavilion watching quietly. Some things flow no matter what. Even divided land remembers, where two rivers become one. Climb the pavilion and look north, so close you could almost touch it, and yet you can't. A river that was someone's hometown once, now it's just scenery, nothing more. The wind crosses the border freely. Why did people end up so far apart? Two rivers meeting, one still flows. The water asks no permission, where two rivers become one. The water doesn't know flow no matter what. Even divided land remembers, where two rivers become one. No wall can hold a river back. It bends, it waits, it finds a way. Maybe that's a kind of will matter less than the river. Divided now, but the water was always one. The pavilion still watches from where it stands. No line can erase what the river remembers. One day the fence will matter less
Used to be an island you crossed by boat. Now a single bridge connects it all. Bomonsa sits halfway at Mount Naka, 400 steps to the eyebrow rock Avalokitesfera. Looking down over the western sea, that face seems like it could grant any wish. Up the mountain, step by step, someone's prayer echoes through stone. A goddess carved into the cliff, watching over the western sea. 400 steps up to the top, people climb with quiet hope, peace sitting high above the tide. A goddess carved into the cliff. Before the bridge you waited for the ferry, bought shrimp crackers to feed the gulls at Opori. Now you cross by car in a matter of minutes, but sometimes that slowness is missed. The goddess must have watched it all, those who came by boat and those who come by car. Up the mountain, step by step, the sea below just keeps on moving. A goddess carved into the cliff, watching over the western sea. Boats once came, now bridges do. People climb with quiet hope, peace